Hello, today we are going to be making fireweed jelly. I got my frozen fireweed flowers here. For those of you that do not know what fireweed looks like fresh, it is a pretty tall plant, anywhere from like 3 to 5 feet, 3 to 4 feet. There's a bunch out where we go huckleberry picking, so I decided to pick some up this year and give fireweed jelly a try. I normally collect leaves for my mother-in-law so she can make Ivan tea, but I did not do that this year. I completely forgot. But let's get started. Alright, so I am using a fireweed jelly recipe I wrote down from a blog called Creative Canning. I have heard of fireweed jelly before from my mother-in-law. She collected it growing up, I believe, because she's from Alaska and they have a ton there, she has told me. But I want to surprise her with this, so I am going to be making this for her and some for ourselves to try out. We want 3 to 4 cups of fireweed, so I'm going to just measure that out. Okay, I guess I have more than I thought. This is going to go back in the freezer to use at a later date. I did 1 cup of flour to 1 cup of water is what I'm doing. And once this is boiled, I'm going to let it sit for 15 minutes. Water just got done boiling. Maybe for those of you that are new to canning or have stone tops, make sure to put a hot pad under anything that's hot if you have stone countertops like we do, because you can shatter the stone. Or just like a jar, you can shatter a jar because of the thermal shock. So 4 cups of water boiled. Now I'm just going to pour all this in here. And I'm going to let this steep for 10 to 15 minutes per the recipe. I might end up doing a little longer just because my flowers were frozen and not fresh. So I'll see you in about 15 to 20 minutes. In a little over 15 minutes, here's the tea. Now I'm going to be straining it out, and I've just got this. I'm going to throw them into the compost. Okay, now that I've got that all strained, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of lemon juice and 6 tablespoons of powdered pectin once this starts boiling. It's boiling now. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of lemon juice and 6 tablespoons of powdered pectin. Now I'm going to add 4 cups of sugar because I have 4 cups of liquid. Looks like it should be done. It's wrinkling on the sides. It feels like jelly. Alright, I'm gonna go take this outside. Brandon has the water bath going. That one might be a little full. Scrape a little out, a little much. So I don't know if any of you are familiar with Weck jars, but I really like them. So Brandon's behind me recording. Here, I'm going to steal these from him. I'm going to show you something about these. So the lids are 3 parts. The gasket, the glass lid, and then there's clamps. So just like a mason jar, I heat them up. And like that. Be careful when you put them on and make sure they're on all the way around. 2 clips. So I want to show you something because we almost messed up. So, oops, hang on. So there's a part where it looks like you have them on and you really don't. So like that, it looks like they're on, but you got to listen. Have it clamp over that little lip. There you go. I just want to make sure in case anyone decides to maybe get Weck jars in the future, or maybe some of you just really like these and want to try out canning for the first time with them. That is, you want to double check on that. Right. So we're going to get water bath canning these. Once the water bath canner is a rolling boil, it'll need to be canned for 15 minutes in there, since these are 1/4 pint jars as per the directions. Brandon will be out here doing that. I gotta go inside and wake Damien up from his nap. Okay, this jar I didn't can because of the gap or the headspace, but I tried a little bit and it tastes like a light floral grape jelly. I've never had it before, but look, it even set really nice already, and it's not fully cooled down yet. So pretty. I was worried that it was going to stay brown because I froze the flowers and all the recipes I found used fresh flowers. I was a bit worried, but I can say I'm really happy. This turned out to be a really pretty color. Let's see. A rolling boil for 15 minutes. Now I'm just going to shut this off. And we're going to leave the jars in here until the water cools down. I've noticed that's the best way for everything to seal, and just so I don't burn myself either. And we've had more success rate doing it this way versus taking them out right away. In a few hours, the jars are cooled down. So here's one in a mason jar I'm going to be gifting. And this is the Weck jar without the clamps. Same thing as the mason jar, you just lift by the lid to see if it comes off, and if it doesn't, you seal it's good. You just literally take off the clamps. Just like that. So these are going to go on our pantry for us to eat throughout the year. I believe that's all I have for you guys. Oh yes, that's right. Before I forget, if you do use these jars and you want to open them, what you do is you take the gasket right here and you pull it, and it'll break the suction on the cup. So then you can use it. You'll just add the clamps back on to put in the fridge. Have any of you ever had fireweed jelly before? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you everyone for watching, and see you next time.